We went to Middlesbrough to explore the town, the history, and world-famous Parmo, but we ended up in the middle of a football frenzy, and that took us all the way to Wembley.
So now we're on the central square of Middlesbrough. This is a town hall on the right here. There you have MIMA, the Modern Institute of Art. And then on that side you have the courthouse and the library.
This is Middlesbrough Library, and it was built partly through donations from Andrew Carnegie. And Carnegie Libraries, there's about 2,000 of them across the globe. And it's well worth visiting. It's just been recently renovated inside, and the reference library upstairs is really sort of grand and all wooden and old looking. It's really nice, well worth a visit. This is the Middlesbrough Institute of Modern Art, known as MIMA. And this year they're going to host the Turner Prize here, which is a really prestigious award for art. There's also the Northern Institute for Art in Middlesbrough, and that was formerly the Cleveland College of Art, which was in Linthorpe, and that was very close to Kirby College, which many people from Middlesbrough will have fond memories of, I'm sure. But art, creativity, computing, engineering, this is what Middlesbrough is good at.
Now we're heading into the shopping area in the heart of Middlesbrough. The town centre is made up of 4 main shopping districts, and we're starting here in the Dundas arcade.
So like in a lot of European cities, you have also a lot of shops who are empty in Middlesbrough. But yeah, that's not exceptional actually. Yeah?
No, you see it everywhere.
Yeah, indeed. Captain Cook is never far away in Middlesbrough, because now we're on the Captain Cook Square.
Yeah, and there's various things here for you to do, entertainment things. So there's Level X, which is all like video games, karting, all sorts of things. And there's also the Fun Shack, which is over there in the corner, that's for younger children. There's a restaurant, there's a cinema, new little cinema here, as well as there is a big cinema as well in Middlesbrough.
Yeah, always something to do.
Always something to do.
This is the replica of Captain Cook's ship Endeavour. He was born in Marton, Middlesbrough.
This is Bedford Street, so this street and the next street on have been really sort of revitalised with independent pubs, and this is where the Orange Pit Market is held.
That's like a market that is every few months, and
with
that's
local
really
produce.
nice. Eh?
Yeah, we've been to one, haven't we? It was really good.
And this street here, the students mostly come and party during the week if they don't feel like studying. So
there's lots of bars and things. I think you could get Belgian beer in one of these.
Yeah.
So now we're at Teesside University. So this university has 18,000 students. It's had millions of pounds of investment. It was founded in 1929. It actually was originally Constantine College. There is still a Constantine building, but this place was particularly known for computing and engineering, chemical engineering. But now it's known for digital creativity, game design, forensics, criminology, law, history. It does all that. So now we're at the Dorman Museum. So this was opened, I think, about the early 1900s. And if you want to learn all about Middlesbrough and Cleveland, the surrounding area, this is a museum to come to, and it's absolutely free. And it's got a lovely little tea room next to it, just inside next to it. So it's well worth a visit. So now, right next to Dorman Museum is Albert Park, and this is 56 acres of park. It's the oldest park in Middlesbrough, and it was opened, it was by Henry Bolclough again, the guy whose name that we can't pronounce. But yeah, it's got all sorts in here. It's got tennis courts, it's got a teen play area, it has a park run every Saturday morning. The Middlesbrough mailer is in here. You can do bowling. People walk their dogs, they do jogging, just walking. So it's really nice actually.
It's lunchtime, so now on Lintop Road, and that's where all the restaurants and takeaways are.
Yeah, in Middlesbrough really. I mean, they're around other places, but there's a concentration of them on here. And we've been to quite a few before, haven't we? But this was the first time to Manjaros. But there's a very nice Japanese sushi restaurant down there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
And there's Akbar's, which is really good for Indian food, but there's lots of different cuisines.
They told me if you're gonna go to Middlesbrough, you have to go to Manjaros to have a Parmo. So here I am. You had it already, darling?
Yes, I've eaten a Parmo before, but I've never actually been in Manjaros. This is the first time, so I'm really excited because I've had really good reports about it.
Yes, I'm really curious. Let's see what's on the menu. What we're gonna have. Cheers. We will not leave this restaurant with hunger. Look at this. This is massive.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I took the half actually, because I had an inkling that it was quite big.
My God, those Boro lads, they eat a lot.
No skimping on portions here. Anyway, we'll tuck in.
Give it a taste, darling, because you're very hungry, aren't
I am
you?
hungry actually.
So that cheese, and then you've got like a sort of a schnitzel. Can you call it like? No? No? Don't know if I'm gonna get it in, the whole one, because it's quite filling. But it's really nice. So it was really good. I'm really full now. My God. I couldn't eat everything, so they offered me a doggy bag, like we call it in Belgium. But yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. That was a really good one actually. I can see why it's got the reputation. I am full. Ooh.
Here we arrived at a very iconic building of Middlesbrough, the Transporter Bridge.
This is the bridge, the Teesside Transporter Bridge. It's a symbol of the town's industrial heritage, and it was opened in 1911, and it's still one of the most iconic transporter bridges in the world. It spans the River Tees, and it connects the Newport and the Middlehaven areas with Port Clarence, which is over the other side of the river. So there's much debate at the moment whether this bridge, because it's not actually been operational since 2019. I have actually been on it when it was operational, and it was a good experience. You can go on with a car or you can go as a foot passenger. So the thing is now, should they make it operational again, or should it be just there, stand as a symbol of cultural and industrial heritage? Personally, I hope it does stay. So here behind me, you can see the Captain Cook pub. It's in this area here that's known as Middlehaven, so the Transporter Bridge is that way, and then Middlesbrough Town Centre is that way. But this area used to be Old Middlesbrough. This is where Middlesbrough started, and it was all the shipping and all the industry, and there's loads of houses here. And lots of people, there was houses still here a few years ago, but they've been knocked down. And the whole area is now regenerated. There's new sort of live-work spaces here. There's Middlesbrough College. Further on, there is the Riverside Stadium. So we're here now, we're still over the border in the old town of Middlesbrough. And behind me there, that is the house where Vaughan and Henry Bolclough lived. So they formed the Cleveland Iron Masters industry. They were one of the leading iron masters here. Teesside is known for steel making, but because it came about because they found iron ore in the Cleveland Hills. Because of the River Tees, shipping was also very important. And in this building there was like the shipping law courts. So this is Queen's Terrace, and these are Victorian houses. And they were built when Teesside was the infant Hercules. It was, you know, the industry was growing here. There was lots of opportunities, and these houses were for the really well-off people who lived in Middlesbrough. And you'll see there's Albert Bridge here as well. And when you cross over Albert Bridge, you're in this area which is known as Over the Border. So this was quite a notorious area at one point in time. But now it's been transformed and they've regenerated areas, and it's the Boro zone. There's lots of new buildings.
And here's the man himself, Henry Bolko.
They demolished a lot of this old part of Middlesbrough, famously the Corn Exchange, which was a really grand Victorian building. Because remember, the way the industry built up in the Victorian period, Middlesbrough was a Victorian town. So anyway, they built this. This is to the A66 road, and it's it cuts right the way through this sort of old part of Middlesbrough and then the town centre.
We're now at the Riverside Football Stadium in Middlesbrough. If you talk about Middlesbrough, you can't forget the football club, because the football club is such a big part of the community here and the town. You've got like cities who have a football team, and this town actually breeds football. The club was founded in 1876.
And here at Riverside, it's been here since 1995. Before that, it was actually in the town. It was the Ayresome Park Stadium.
And we had such a good time the past few days in Middlesbrough, didn't we?
We did.
But because Andrea, she lived there for a while before she moved to Belgium.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
So there are a lot of memories, huh?
Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, just to see everything, see people, and you know, just all the memories of the place. It's lovely.
And we come actually in a very special moment, because tomorrow they're gonna play the EFL final in Wembley.
Yeah.
So that's very exciting for the whole town, actually, not only for the football club, but for the whole town. You feel the spirits are high, everybody is talking about it. So we were thinking, because we had such a great time and everybody was so nice here and so friendly, you feel they're all people with a warm heart. So we decided to do this. Go to Wembley and give them all our support.
Yeah, we can't wait. We've got tickets.
We've got tickets. We just booked them. We tried the whole night actually, and it just didn't. We didn't get in, and then this morning at last we got in.
Yeah, we got it.
So
we got our shirts.
We came to the store, got our shirts, and now in a few hours, because it's a bit unexpected, we're just gonna pack everything, drive down to London.
Yeah, we'll be there tomorrow.
From the T's to the sea, we don't talk, we do steel town heartbeat, and the sky stays blue-grey too. Transport a high and the river rolls slow. Big bridge watch while the night.
So we made it into Wembley.
Yeah,
and the atmosphere is buzzing, isn't it?
Oh, it's incredible. I can't believe we're here. I'm so excited and nervous. But, it's such a dream to be here, actually.
Yeah, it's the first time.
First time?
Yeah.
First time, not even been for a concert or anything. It's impressive. Wow.
It really is.
Feel the same, alright, mate. That's the way we greet. One nod, one smile, and we move our feet. Teesside skank, Teesside.
Last time, we'll know. Hope we can celebrate in the second half.
This was the first time in Wembley for us, and what an experience. We came together with thousands of fans of Middlesbrough to the south to Wembley. The result may not have gone our way, but the passion, pride and loyalty of the Boro fans were on display for everyone to see. From the streets of Middlesbrough to Wembley. It's been a day we will never forget. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. And then we see you in 2 weeks for our next episode. Bye.
But we still step wide. Captain Cook name, yeah, we know jail, but we write our own with a tune and a trail. If you're from this side, you know how it goes. Hard work, big heart, and we never lose those. Alright, man. Hear the people them say, same place, same love in a different day. Teesside skank, Teesside ride, hands in the air with the Riverside. From red car sands to western stone, when the rhythm drop, you're never alone. A Parmo in the day, big tune at night. Smuggy and proud and we hold it tight. Teesside, Teesside, sing it wide. We from the Tees and we skank outside. Rosemary topping, see when the sun go down. Tees barrage, hum like the speaker box sound. Yam to the Boro, Stockton to the coast. Teesside family raise up a toast. When the rain fall heavy, we don't get shook. We just turn up the tune and give thanks. Look, Teesside skank, Teesside ride, hands in the